Okie dokie. So,
Okie dokie artichoke.
I have to talk about something that is both spiritual and political, and I am not absolutely not going to, I'm going to try not to. Everybody has their own feelings, but certain things, and it's so funny because if you're on a certain side of the aisle, you believe the mainstream media, you believe our government, okay? If you're on the other side of the aisle, you tend to be more, how would I say, you look things up. You don't believe what you're told.
You're Varian or discerning
Yeah,
about everything.
right.
Yeah.
Now,
Everything you
yeah,
take
right? Yeah.
everything with a grain of salt.
I mean, I'm the kind of guy that when I'm going to church and chapter and verse to begin with is something that just chafes my butt. It makes me so mad because they use it to mislead the congregation. Okay. And the same thing with politics. Our government outright lies. I mean, they just outright lie and tell whoppers. And now the problem with that is no matter how silly the lie is, the media picks it up and says it like it's truth. Okay. And then you have people will sit back and say, oh, brother, you're letting your political views get in the way. No, no, I'm not. All right, what's happening in North Carolina and parts of Tennessee and Georgia where the hurricane hit and in Florida? Yes, the government is on the ground, FEMA. No, FEMA isn't doing jack shit. By when I say that comment, I mean they're there and they're doing very little. Okay? We've seen this pattern in Hawaii. We're seeing it again. And I believe the reason for this is that they're using their money elsewhere. They don't want to help American citizens. Now, you're going to say there's no evidence of that. Well, you know what? If you get away from the mainstream media and actually act like an adult and do some research, you will find hundreds and hundreds of people in North Carolina, citizens that are actually being affected by this, all right, telling their story, and they haven't seen FEMA in most of these areas. The help they're getting are from private civilians taking stuff in there, National Guards from other states, okay? That's what they're getting. That's the help they're getting. Just like when you go to church and you're sitting there with chapter and verse and they go through all this stuff and you're like, and then you go home and you look it up for yourself, which you're obligated to do as a Christian. You're going to find out that they're trying to mislead you. Just because this sounds like that doesn't mean that's what it is.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I mean, let me qualify. Oh, no,
Yeah,
go ahead.
no,
Yeah.
I mean, I was of the impression, I would say 10 years ago, I would have said, no way they're going to lie. There's no way they lie. There's no way they lie, right? Because you can get caught on a lie when you say it on national television. They don't care. If they get caught on a lie, they will print, if you and there's enough backlash, they might print a retraction on the back page of the newspaper or whatever, if they still such thing. Or they will bury it at the end of the news
Right.
broadcast, or right before a commercial, or right after, real quick, because they know how human beings work. We only watch 5 minutes of one thing or another.
That's it.
And you will never catch them saying, bald-faced, spending time talking about why they lie, how they lie. They lie. The government lies, the news lie, they lie. Full lie. I could have told, I was surprised to me. I said, well, how could they possibly lie? They're on national television. They can get caught.
Yeah.
They don't care. They don't care.
I mean, when you listen to what most of these people say, all right, and it is so funny because these people are absolutely convinced. And why are they convinced? Don't say public school. Stop saying public schools. All right? It is not a public school, it's a government school. And if you listen to a teacher, they're telling you our job as a teacher is to indoctrinate the children with our social values. And that's not true.
No.
They're my children. I pay for my children. My wife gave birth to four of them. She had to have a C section. My wife suffered tremendously to bring these children into this world. And by God, they are not your children, they are my children. All right. I got one of them that's a pharmacist now, one of them that's a welder right now. I got two more that are getting, one of them's learning to drive. All right. No, no, no. The government didn't do this crap. Me and my wife did this stuff.
That's
Okay.
right. With the help, with God's help.
With God's help. And it's just like the seminars. All right. How dare you people? Okay. You go to a seminar, and you don't need this anymore. You really don't. There's enough seminary, right? There's enough knowledge online that if you spend 2-3 years online studying this stuff, you will have more knowledge than what they teach you in the seminar.
Here's the funny thing,
Right.
okay? There's two types, from what I've seen, there's two types of pastors, Bible scholars, that sort of thing, seminary people. I listened to this one guy, and he was a seminary student. When he first went to the seminary, he hadn't even read through the Bible first, all the way through. Catch that. Someone that was going to go into ministry never read through the entire Bible, right? Then now he is the type that eventually read through the entire Bible and over again, and continued to study Scripture. Okay. Then you have the ones that never read through the entire Bible, and they think that they can guide you spiritually as a pastor throughout your life. Those are more commonplace than anything else. The other thing is, I watched this one video from Paul Washer the other day that just blew me away. Do you know how much time your pastor spends studying Scripture? An average of 30 minutes a week.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all they do.
You know,
you're going to trust your spiritual well-being to that? Please.
It's like everybody wants, it's like everybody is lazy right now. I'll tell you, it was like waking up is a very uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable waking up and actually seeing what's happening in the world, because people you were conditioned to like, you realize, okay, this is a piece of garbage. This is not true. Why do they keep saying it? All right. I mean, it's like when you turn the TV off and get away from it for a few years, okay? And you start just like on social media. People laugh about that social media, but no, if you want the true events and the true news, you have to get on social media and find out what people on the ground are saying or in the church are saying. I was truly shocked. I can't remember what we were talking about, or my wife was talking about online. It was about people leaving the church. And I was totally shocked by how many people in the group said, yeah, the church is filled with nothing but hateful people and they're misreading the Bible. You would be surprised how many people can sit on there online and tell you how the church has misled people. It wasn't just us. It was very refreshing. They're, oh yeah, they miss, and that's the problem. Once they go through these seminars, they're stuck on their thing, right? Now, that's what they're going to teach because it keeps people in the seat and paying. If you do not believe our message, then are you even a Christian, right? And it's the same thing with the woke culture. The left, look, there's one party. There's only one political party. And if you're not mature enough to understand that right now, there's just no help for you. You've got to turn the TV off. There's the right side of it and the left side. The woke culture has just, it's what would you say? It's run its course. Everybody is waking up to that woke culture. It's filled with racism and hatred, just like the church.
One of the most eye-opening thing was with the inception of the internet. Okay, when the first time Donald Trump was elected president, okay, My husband and I were watching the polls coming
Yeah.
out. The what is it? Yeah, is that the
Yeah,
exit numbers,
the exit
whatever,
polls
and
or
all
yeah,
of that. We were
election
with
night
the
coverage.
election night coverage.
2016. That's how long it's
We're
been since we watched
watching.
TV. Yeah.
Yeah, we were watching. We had cable back then,
Oh
and all these
yeah.
things. Okay, so we're watching television, and we're watching these people talk about, it look, kind of do the coverage and Hillary and all of that. But okay, by 8 o'clock, was it 8, 9 o'clock in our time, maybe 10? We already knew Donald Trump had won because all those numbers were public domain. They
Yep.
were publicly out there. Every single one of the states they had called. We sat there and we did the adding and all of that. And I'm like, okay, he won. You know that it took them hours. They probably had better idea of how that Donald Trump had won way ahead of us.
Yeah.
It took them hours to call the election
And now,
on public
yeah.
on the television.
Here's something that I
Because they didn't
noticed.
want it
Yeah,
to
yeah.
get through.
They put it up till like 1 o'clock. And why did they do that? Because they threw absentee ballots in there. They lied and they padded the polls for Hillary Clinton, in my opinion. And it's like that. Podesta said it afterwards. He goes, "We misread the people. We didn't understand just how unpopular she was. So they didn't throw enough ballots into it, and Trump still won." Now that shocked them. Now in 2020, what had happened is what they shut down for 15 minutes or something. Trump was way ahead, the projected winner. And then all of a sudden, Sleepy Joe from the basement, 15 minutes went by. Boom, he's up here.
What the hell?
Oh, all those millions of mail-in ballots came in, and every one of them was for Joe Biden. So they cheat, all right? Common sense tells you that. But you're sitting there and you're believing the blue team, go blue team, and you don't want to admit it because you want blue team to win. You don't know why you want blue team to win, but you're conditioned to want blue team to win because of schools, the media, and the lies that politicians tell you.
Yeah, yeah. You just have to
Yeah.
wake up, buddy. You have to wake up because there's just they're gonna you if you don't wake up one day,
Yes.
you will wake up in a socialist Marxist country.
Yeah.
And you will ask yourself how we got here. How is it that I work all my days every day and I make no money and the government
Right.
takes every penny I have?
It's a ferocious circle. I just love it because there's only been two people out there that gave me a good answer why they would vote for Kamala Harris. The one chick said, "Well, me and Kamala share a birthday."
Yeah.
All right, so we're linked in that way. Everybody was giving her hell, and I'm like, do you know what? No, that girl has a real reason. It's not a good reason, but yeah.
You said it was.
All right, this period, okay? And then the other one was yesterday. This guy, who is he from that Turning Point USA? Kirk or
Charlie Kirk.
Charlie Kirk, yes. He asked this guy, he says, "Tell me an accomplishment of Kamala Harris." And he stands there for like 5 minutes. He's got butt kiss. He absolutely can't say anything good, right? He goes, "I'm asking you to tell me why you're going to vote for Kamala Harris." So now this is the beauty of it. He doesn't know it, but it's a good reason. He's been brainwashed, and he's telling you that because she's not Donald Trump. Everybody else, I feel. Your feelings lie to you, okay? How many guys marry a chick they met in the bar and regret it? And how many women marry a guy that they met in the bar and regret it?
Yeah.
All right? Your feelings can lie to you.
That's right. And especially if you've been conditioned to hate
Yep.
one side and not listen to the other. Every single, I mean, if you are either a Republican or a Democrat, you feel like you belong in that team, and you're gonna go to bat for that team. When in
Right.
reality, you need to actually not be part of any team, and you need to be looking at their what they do, how they do it, and go like, yes,
I
no,
mean,
maybe.
case in point, October 7th. If you're a leftist out there on the college campuses spewing out this nonsense, okay, you're just repeating what's said. Those catchphrases are very catchy and they're dangerous. I challenge you, do a half an hour of research. Just research truly what happened on October 7th. These Palestinians, I'll just tell you one story. They came across a Palestinian girl whose throat was slit. She had been raped so many times, her pelvis was broken. And when 30 or 40 Palestinians got done raping her, they slit her throat. This is one in many cases. These are documented. It's the truth. All right. And gays for Palestine, right? If you're gay or LGBTQ in the Gaza Strip, they're going to throw you off a building. All right.
Yeah.
But they associate this with the left. Why? Because every fringe group that feels that they've been overlooked in history, okay, Barack Obama decided to go for to get their vote. And why woke is crashing is because now you have so many small groups with a conflict of interest. Humanity cannot support the Islamic cause here because it's disgusting. All right? It's not a good cause. Okay? And they want you to believe that the Israelis. All right, when you find coins somewhere, so you're digging up in Rome and you find Roman coins, right? You know, not a surprise. Why would it not be a surprise? Well, because it's Rome and Rome was the government, correct? Now, when you're digging in Israel and you find 4,000, 5,000, and 6,000 year old coins in Hebrew, okay, what does that tell you? Well, this was a Hebrew nation, it was a Jewish kingdom.
It's always been a
Yeah.
Jewish nation.
It's always been a Jewish
Well,
nation.
you know, 5,000 years
Yeah.
ago, it might have been the Canaanites, the Heavenites, the
Right?
Perizzites,
I
the
mean,
Jebusites.
the Quran tells you, all right, I can't remember which Syria it was in the Quran, but it tells you Jesus was a prophet, just like Muhammad. Now, the problem with them admitting that is Jesus was a Jew. You know that, okay? And where did he live? He lived in Judea. Now, when did Muhammad come along? Like 633, 600 or 700 years after Jesus? Just saying.
And, you know.
But I'm telling you right now, I don't care who you vote for, but you've got to stop, I feel. Okay? You have to understand that you need to do research. I mean, I will read a news story online and I'm like, wow, that's great. Then I'll go to research it and I'm like, that's not true. Wah, wah. But yeah, you have to be a grown up. All right. We need to get back to a nation of grown ups. All right. If even Bill Clinton came out the other day and he said that the problem at the border and the immigration is because Kamala Harris didn't do her job. Then he went on to say, well, we need more immigrants because our women are not having children. And there it is. There's your problem. Yeah, feminism, along with weak men and weak men in the church, are destroying this country.
Yeah, there you go. So simple, really.
Yeah, it's a simple thing.
You just have to open your eye. The answers are out there. You just have to open.
You don't have to agree with it. It's just what it is. It's the truth.
Yeah. Yeah, just because someone that you know on and it's on television and all that, it means nothing. I tell you what it does mean. It means that at some point or sometime they might have decided they went viral, or in the case of our actors and actresses, they compromised their values.
Yeah, and look, no matter what happens here, I'll tell you right now, if that Kamala Harris would vow justice for the people on Epstein Island and vow justice for the people there with that P. Diddy stuff, you're going to release their lists and you're going to prosecute the child pedos. If you started prosecuting the groomers in the schools, all right, actually arrest those teachers with the gay pride flag. Sex has nothing to do with minor children, okay? And shut the border down, Literally shut it down and don't lie about it, okay? We need immigration, but we need legal immigration. I would vote for her. Those are my sticking points, all right?
Yeah, but she wouldn't.
But she won't. Why? Because, in my opinion, the Democrats need voters. And you can say, oh, that's not true. And they've never came out and say it. So the mainstream media will fact check. That's not the mainstream media's job. They're supposed to, they're supposed to ask a question and let the person answer the question, period. But they don't do that anymore. They're pushing a narrative. But I mean, if you really look at this, why are they pushing so many laws to let illegals vote?
Yeah.
If that's not what's happening.
Yeah.
And in the church, why are preachers standing at the pulpit, right? We gave the schools up, prayer and school, all right? We have no presence in schools to speak of anymore. They're weak men. Oh, and then you hear these ludicrous remarks like, I will not preach politics from the pulpit. No, you're a shepherd. Your job is to lead, okay? When you vote for baby killers, don't be surprised when Ball takes the Capitol over and Mullick.
Yeah.
Because we are literally sacrificing children in this country, and our women are convinced that it's their right to murder a child. No, it's your right to tell the fella to wear a condom or not have sex or be on birth control. And I know that messes women up. So the easiest solution is to tell the fella to wear a condom. But you're too lazy to do that because
or
too drunk, and you don't want to be responsible for your own actions.
It all starts with personal responsibility.
Thank you.
Okay, you gotta start with this is body autonomy. You guys yell about that all the time. You have your body is autonomous. Yes, you're responsible for your own body. Well, how about you take responsibility for your body?
Yeah.
And don't let just any random yahoo have fun with you and dump you like a dirty old sock.
And guys, don't let women use you for sex. I mean, you look at this. I mean, half the women in the town is chasing me. I'm so good looking.
No, but okay,
serious.
This might be oversharing a little bit, but we've told our boys over and over again, a boy's purity is just as important as a girl's purity.
It is anymore, yes.
It's crucial now.
Yes.
I would say if you are dating and that guy has been around for a bunch of time, you are not interested in this guy. Don't be interested in that man. It's not worth it because they have been around with a bunch of women and they've done things they should not anymore. Perhaps in the past it would have been a little bit, but no, because you got there's such thing as a male whore.
Yes.
Okay? Sorry.
Well, but look, I'm just telling you, the truth is there. It's not misinformation. The misinformation comes from the government, okay? There's where your misinformation comes from. The powers that be have been there for almost 28 years now, all right? And that includes George Bush. He's a libtard. You can look into him, and it's crazy, okay? Yeah. They made this mess, and they're lying to us, okay? And what's worse is they're taking all your rights away, okay? Every time they pass a law, you lose more rights, all right? And they've convinced you that they're fighting for you. They're not. They're trying to control you and to control your money. And do you think the government is in charge? No. Big corporations, BlackRock, the pedo, in my opinion, Bill Gates. All these people are leftists. You think about this. Very few of them are on the right. They're almost all. Occupy Wall Street. Yeah, you are protesting against your own party, right? Absolute insanity. You people, they're not teaching you crap in schools. Homeschool, by the way.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
kidding. Anyway.
Yeah.
This is just.
But look,
we're close to the.
If you're a Christian, you need to find the truth. Okay?
Yeah, and go vote.
Yes.
Vote.
Go vote.
Go vote.
Hold your nose and go vote for this. I've never watched an entire. I catch that Trump, man. Look, this guy's got that monotone, dry voice, talking on and on. All right, and he dances like me. We're equally as bad. Okay, I could be a body double for his dance style. I've never been able to watch one of his rallies. I just haven't. But I will tell you something. I believe in more of his message than I disagree with. Now, when you look at Kamala Harris, she has no message. She's lying about everything. She say and I mean, what was up with that Uncle Tom accent she was putting on? That's embarrassing.
Yeah,
But anyway, there's no message there, just that I want to be president. Okay?
elect me. I'm a woman.
Yeah.
I will be liberal for you. Thank
Uh-huh.
you.
Yeah. We already know the woker the better. And yeah, look, it's use your head, and you don't have to like a candidate to vote for him. Hold your nose and do the right thing.
Yeah, and remember that a no vote is a vote for Kamala.
Yeah.
Vote for. I've seen people writing the name of DeSantis on the ballot. A write-in vote is a vote for Kamala.
And look, you guys in the church, stop paying for somebody's retirement in a foreign country. You and I both know he is not evangelizing.
Nobody.
All right?
It's,
No.
It's like the pastors in the church. They're preaching to the choir.
Right.
Yeah.
You go to church, and I understand this part because of the way society is nowadays, but you go into the church and you lock your doors. And then you do a cattle call. Altar call. Well, everybody in the church is already a Christian, and what's worse, they're a member of your church. Ain't no one ever going up. So that's not evangelizing people.
Yeah.
All right? No, evangelizing is going door to door,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Having a one-on-one conversation
Right.
with people. That does not happen anymore.
Sure. Well, once in a great while, I'm saying maybe once or twice a year, I'll have someone approach me and try to evangelize.
You know what?
Right. But it's very rare.
What we need to learn? We need to learn from the Jehovah Witnesses.
Oh, yeah.
And the little Mormon boys that go in teams and they go out there to spread their word and do the missionary work. When's the last time you did that? When is the last time you and your husband grabbed the Bibles and walked the neighborhood? Hey, can we talk about Jesus?
Yeah.
Hey, can we talk about whatever? Can we pray for you? Anything like that? Nothing. I tell you, okay. I don't think the people that watch this.
Sweetheart, nobody watches us. There's only like 2 or 3 people that watch us.
I worked in this office for better than 10 years. Probably 12. Not once.
So-called Christians.
Yes, all of them. Not once was I evangelized. Not once. They prayed, but not once anybody said, Celine, can I have like an hour of your time? Can I buy you lunch and then can we talk? I want to talk to you about Jesus or anything like that. And after that, leave it up to me to figure things out. Can we study the Bible one day or anything like that? Nothing. They invited me to their church. Well, no, that's not good enough.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah, but let me tell you, the way it was bad.
Yeah.
Okay, it was bad. So, no, sitting in the church, having your ego stroked because you're a Christian is not what we're supposed to be doing, friends. Yeah. And
stop using the church to network.
Yeah, that's
bad. Embarrassing.
Yeah, Jesus. Remember what Jesus did to the money changers.
Yeah, Jesus did not hand out business cards for Jesus Carpentry Company.
That's right.
He did not do that.
Look, he made a cord of whips and threw him out of the church. Let's wonder what would happen to you.
Anyway.
All right. Well,
we're out of time, folks.
God bless.
God bless.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.